Hello and welcome to Chalk Talk. I'm Melody Swang. We begin our show with a special welcome to Ronald J. Dispenza, the St. Tammany Parish Public School System's newly appointed Director of Transportation. A native of New Orleans area, Mr. Dispenza was hired after a 2-month search for applicants nationwide. He brings with him over 30 years of experience in public sector transportation administration. During his first week in the school system, he met with the transportation department staff, bus owners, operators, and administrative personnel at 2 special receptions held in both Slidell and Mandeville.
Just a little meet and greet where they can come in and meet him and shake his hand and tell him their name, and he can tell them his name. And we're going to talk a little bit about where he came from, some of the experiences he's had, some of the successes he's had.
Mr. Dispenza is excited about the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead.
It's a new challenge for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. And my welcome here has been nothing but warm and cordial by everyone. Everyone I've met has just been wonderful.
He emphasized the important role that the bus owners operators play in meeting the goal of a good, high-quality education for all of the district's students.
The bus driver is the first point of contact on every school day with the child, and oftentimes with the parent, as well as the last point of contact in the evening. And if we don't get them there, they don't learn. It's that simple.
Mr. Folsom invoked the assistance of all bus owners operators to join together to make the transportation department the best it can be.
We need them. You know, Mr. Dispenza can't do it by himself, that we need these people to work with us and ask them to do their part because we're willing to do our part, and together we can make it happen.
Channel 13 would like to congratulate our 3 Parish Teachers of the Year for the St. Tammany Parish Public School System. Kelly Stomps, a 3rd grade teacher at Woodlake Elementary School in Mandeville, won the Elementary Division honor. Stephanie Purser, a 4th grade teacher at Bonne Ecole Elementary, was named Middle School Junior High Division winner. And Barry Dotson, the High School Division winner, teaches 9th grade math at Fontainebleau High School. We begin with Kelly Stomps, a classroom music instructor who has taught for 7 years and currently teaches students from all grade levels at Woodlake Elementary School. She graduated from LSU with a master's in music in 2005 after receiving a Bachelor of Music Education degree in 2000. Ms. Stomps believes that the best way for students to learn and understand music is through experience and active participation.
Crisscrossed applesauce, hands and laps. I have some special visitors today. The first thing kids usually do when they walk in the door is say, are we playing instruments today? What are we doing today? Knowing that they are loving music and they are enjoying it, that makes me feel whole inside. All right, I'm going to check the roll. I'm going to sing each person's name. You sing it back to me. Victoria, Nat. I had such a wonderful background in music. I had a fabulous elementary music teacher, Miss Cheryl Walls, who I just have to give so much applause to for her experience in teaching me. And then as I grew older, I had more and more experiences, and I realized that that's what I want to do, was teach music and to share what I know with the students.
Kelly is a wonderful teacher. She does wonderful developmentally appropriate things with the children in the music area. She pulls from all different cultures and integrates the music. And the other regular teachers go to her to help incorporate music into their classrooms as well. And she just has a wonderful comprehensive program with the children.
I shake real high. Can you shake up 4 times? 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Kids learn best through participation. That's why you see in the classroom so many the stations and centers, kids working in there, the hands-on activities. When the kids listen to music, they're actually moving to it. They're feeling it throughout their body as they move. And that way they help remember it more, and it creates a more positive experience for them. So they want to go out and seek more experiences like that in the future. I do a lot of creativity and letting them improvise and explore, so that the kids become more excited about what they're capable of and what they can contribute to the music program.
Oh, the children love music. They love to come to music. They're always engaged, and it's very interactive with the instruments and the bells and all kind of wonderful things she has in here to make music.
Music is part of our culture, is a part of our world, and students need to be exposed to that. And so now as a music teacher, it's my job to expose the kids not just to music from our nation, music around the world, but music that helps the kids develop and understand their importance and their part in the world.
We now go to Stephanie Purser's 4th grade class at Bonne Ecole Elementary School in Slidell. She graduated from LSU in 1998 with a bachelor's degree in education. In 2007, she began coursework with Northwestern for a master's degree in education with a concentration in educational technology leadership. Ms. Purser, who also has 7 years teaching experience, vividly remembers the moment when she suddenly understood fractions after years of difficulty. And from that point on, her goal was to teach students based on their individual learning styles.
But first I want to go ahead. What do we do every week? What is the first step?
I think what makes her such a good choice is her energy that she has. She's excited every day, and her encouragement again of her students, and her knowledge, her content knowledge sets her apart.
I'm walking backwards. I'm a very visual learner, and I move around a lot, and so that just comes across, I think, in my teaching. I'm not a very monotone person. I'm moving around constantly, and I think that helps the students to stay motivated and captivated too with what's going on in the room.
She's just an all-around excellent teacher. She's compassionate with anything she does in her classroom, working with her students, and she's the same way when I ask her to work with teachers as well in professional development.
Officer Guthans came in and bought a 36-piece basket of fudge for his sergeant. I was so afraid of math. Want to try one more? Yeah! Okay. I've joked that, as I aged, math became exponentially more difficult for me. My father and I spent many a night at home together with me and ending up in tears. That was when I decided, my life's mission became clear that I was going to make for my students what math had not been for me, and I was going to make math a fun and exciting and enjoyable and not a frustrating time. Okay, so now we've got our 134.
And she has an understanding of how far to take it and what she needs to do to take it to that next level for the students to understand what she's teaching.
As you enter my classroom, there's a picture of me that's framed from when I was in 4th grade, and that is so that my students see as they enter that I was once in 4th grade too. It reminds them that I was there and I had experienced the same challenge and struggles that they had experienced as students. It reminds me also that I was once in their shoes, and those days that I'm having a hard day and that I may want to just go ahead and get through the day, that I need to stop and remember that that I've been there before. The rewards that I receive just on a daily basis from the smiles on the children's faces, just the thank yous, the thank yous from for showing me this division trick, or just the accolades that that come from the students. Good job.
Barry Dotson earned a Bachelor of Science degree in secondary mathematics education from UNO in 1985 and has 22 years of teaching experience. Along with teaching math at Fontainebleau High, Mr. Dotson serves as varsity boys basketball coach and has coached the tennis and golf teams. Inspired by his own high school teachers to pursue a career in education, he loves the daily challenge to keep his students, whether on the basketball court or in the classroom, focused and on the right track.
We're doing a real-world problem that had you and your group that showed a graph.
Well, Barry Dotson is an excellent teacher. Okay, I've had the opportunity to observe him many times in a classroom and on the court as a coach, and his classes are unique because he brings that. I have a little special part in my heart for coaches, okay, and he brings that coaching, caring, and discipline and structure to his classroom.
Look for the goal. You got to look to score, Quinn. Good. So let's write it. -3 equals. Keep going, Dylan. You're on a roll. The classroom and the court kind of complement one another because you have to be able to adapt. You can't stay the way you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You must change because we are changing. It's a dynamic situation.
And it's neat to see someone who can deal with the mature, older kids, and go in a classroom with freshmen particularly, and give them that structure and give them that, and still be able to touch them, to be able to make a contact with them, because the freshmen need that in that transition.
The final equation. He's under the gun now. He can't do it. The pressure's on. So I engage the students as often as possible. And we are large here at Fontainebleau, but inside the classroom, I try to make it as personable as possible. I try to involve as many children in the lesson to ask them what they're thinking at a particular time. We gave a road map yesterday. Road map had 2 steps to it. Somebody, who read it in this class? Who read it? Who read it? Jeff the man. Where we're aided by the use of the guaranteed curriculum now and trying to bring in many real world situations and applications on a daily basis. And I know that's a challenge because the real world that we see as teachers and what the students have sometimes differ a little bit, but we try to make it current, and technology is just so advanced right now. You know, the kids are on top of things before we are, so it's always, you know, an exciting time in the classroom to say this is something you will use later on, or you'll use this tool in your life in some way later on.
His classes are engaging, they're meaningful. He brings real life experiences in there, and it makes it transferable for the kids. It's really a unique class.
To me, when you deal with a young person and you can see the growth, I deal with a lot of freshmen, and with basketball I see all of my guys from freshman to senior year. So when I see those students walking through the hallway or going across the stage at graduation, it gives you a sense of pride to know that you've seen a young person mature and develop into some productive citizen that's going to do really well in society.
In an ongoing effort to entice future rocket engineers, Pratt Whitney Rocketdyne awarded grants to 2 St. Tammany Parish science teachers. Located at Stennis Space Center in Mississippi, Pratt Whitney Rocketdyne design and produce rocket engines. Slidell Junior High science teacher Joanne Hobson and Linda Skinner, a physics and chemistry teacher at Salmon High School, both received $3,000 to purchase advanced technology equipment for their classrooms. Participating in the grant presentation at Slidell Junior High were representatives from Rocketdyne, including Human Resources Manager Ray Alfred, who also serves as a school board member. Principal Brennan McCurley, School Board Member John Lamarck, and some of Ms. Hobson's students were also on hand for the check presentation.
The crust is that little thin.
Ms. Hobson plans to use the funding to purchase a new Promethean board, projector, and computer. With the help of Rocketdyne's funding, she hopes that this wonderful experience will build a strong foundation for her students' future endeavors.
So they've been wonderful at helping me help the children. I've run into several former students that are now into engineering and or aeronautics, and I had one little boy who graduated this past year from Salmon High School who is going into the field, and he came to visit me just to tell me that he remembered everything I taught him.
We'd like to invest into the school systems to be able to make sure that we could grow our own in our own community. So when we go out and recruit, it's a good recruitment for us to go out and recruit engineers and technical and also in the IT area.
This just points up the great collaboration that we have between the local businesses and the school system. And that's one of the main reasons that this St. Tammany Parish school system is as good as it is. And our whole goal is to educate our kids and give them the best opportunity that they can have.
Salmon High School Principal Byron Williams and grant recipient Linda Skinner accepted the award from School Board Member Ray Alfred. Ms. Skinner used the grant money to purchase light sensors, temperature probes, conductivity probes, and voltage probes. These high-tech tools will help students analyze and collect data, which is then sent to their computer. It allows the students to work with technology at the most advanced level of data collection.
And this is the very equipment that the students need to be able to learn how to collect data, how to analyze data, and to have the same kind of equipment and computer usage that they would get in college or on a job site. I am so proud of what has been accomplished with the help of Pratt Whitney Rocketdyne and with the help of my students, because many of the students that I have help come in and set up the labs. Helping them is helping the whole world to me, because they're our future.
A third school, St. Tammany Junior High School, will also be receiving a grant in January 2008. Students at Folsom Elementary School were the lucky participants in the interactive educational exhibit called Smart Bodies, a joint effort between the LSU Ag Center and Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana. Designed to help combat childhood obesity, this program integrates classroom activities with hands-on learning to teach children how to build strong bodies and develop active minds. Students came away understanding the importance of healthy eating habits and physical exercise.
can't drink milk, huh? But they can get their...
By walking through this exhibit, doing the things in the classroom they're doing, learning from the football players, that they retain it because they've experienced it.
Children across Louisiana are learning about their bodies in a unique nutrition, health, and fitness educational program called Smart Bodies. Coordinated by the LSU Agriculture Center and sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, the program will be offered to nearly 100 schools in at least 34 parishes this year.
This is Oregon Andy, and this is Oregon Annie.
We have these mini lessons that they're doing in classrooms right now with the kids as they come, either before or after they come through the exhibit. And it's just a fun way for the kids to learn some more and for the Covington High football players to interact with the students. It just makes it more exciting.
The exhibit is a tour of the human body to show the kids exactly what happens to the foods they eat. The Body Walk is a 35 by 45 foot walk-through exhibit representing the human body. Students will begin in the brain, then tour the rest of the human body, beginning at the mouth and continuing the tour through different areas like the stomach, the intestines, the heart and lungs, bones and skin. Volunteers are there to demonstrate each body part with visual aids.
It's geared for kids from kindergarten through 5th grade, and what it is, it's an interactive exhibit to teach kids the importance of exercising and eating healthy.
One of the mini lessons has a doll that actually opens up and has pull-out stuffed organs from different parts of the body. It's a great tool for teaching students where the parts are in their own bodies by being able to touch and feel them up close.
We hope to accomplish awareness with parents also. There has a parent component with this to let children know that they have to be healthy from the inside out, which is why we use the organ-wise guys. So we're just trying to educate them with simple things about drinking water, smoking. We show teeth and education for them as well as the parents. And it has a component that they do in the classroom.
I've been scared too, so don't worry.
The program has a similar component as a 12-week classroom curriculum, thereby constantly teaching and reinforcing information. Some of the hands-on projects include artwork from the students tracing their own bodies and labeling various parts.
Our teachers have taught curriculum on the human body, different levels for different grade levels. And we thought to differentiate our instruction, we would bring this exhibit. It's actually brought by our physical education teacher, Ms. Henson, to expand and get hands-on and actually live through the organs of the body. And it's what better way to do it than to touch it, feel it, walk through it. The kids love it. They are so excited. The teachers love it. We love it. It's exciting. And what better way to learn?
Bonne Ecole Elementary School students are experiencing firsthand the benefits of physical exercise with the installation of new playground equipment at their school. Through a grant offered by Kaboom, parents, staff, and volunteers spent a beautiful Saturday recently installing new playground equipment, building an outdoor classroom, and sprucing up the rest of Bonne Ecole. Kaboom is a national nonprofit organization that envisions a great place to play within walking distance of every child in America.
Today is the big day. It is called Build Day. It's a community build because that's where you invite people from all around the community to help. What's unusual about the Kaboom organization is that they you plan your build in one day. And that's not typically how you build a playground. You know, you go over several weeks, but when you have enough volunteers and you get everybody involved, it's possible. As you can see, we're almost there.
The kids need something to play with, you know. There's a lot's going on since Hurricane Katrina, and this is something they can look forward to having.
Children today do not have a lot of opportunity, or they don't use their opportunity to go outside. So because they spend so much time in the school setting, about 7 hours a day, we have the chance to get them out there and to help promote fitness, because the difference is when they come back in, they're more refreshed and they're ready to learn.
This is a time for them also, you know, to get out of the classroom and to socialize outside of the classroom.
We decided if we're going to have it all out there, to tie it in, and it's actually one huge play area. And we're doing other parts of our school. We're painting some of the outside portables. We're working on different pieces of equipment. We actually have a really a new idea, which is called an outdoor classroom. And that's where you actually build a small stage, and 3 rows of seats so that the teachers can come out and actually teach classes outside. And that was one of the biggest requests from our teachers is, can we have an outside classroom?
So this is a nice addition for them, and my child, I'm sure, will enjoy it.
The first annual Lake Pontchartrain All-Star Game was held on Saturday, December 15th at the Louisiana Superdome. The North Shore team defeated the South Shore squad 27-6, but as Michael Kelly reports, the scoreboard doesn't show the whole story.
Say hello to a new tradition. Say hello to the Lake Pontchartrain All-Star Classic.
It's going to pit the top 53 seniors from the North Shore, from the parishes of St. Tammany, Washington, and Tangipahoa against the top 53 seniors from the city limits of New Orleans, public and private schools. Getting it on, Battle of the Lake here in the Superdome tonight.
Number 4, Brandon Taylor.
And for these athletes, playing in the Superdome is not something that happens every day.
Unless your team makes it to the state championship, you don't get a chance to play in this building, and this tonight provides these young men with that opportunity.
But for some of these players, there were more important opportunities at hand, with college recruiters looking for the next big star.
We want to help some of these kids in their recruiting process. We've had college coaches at our practice all week, and if we can assist any of these young men, if some of them are on the border and they could get noticed through this week's of practice in the game, and can assist them get noticed by some college recruiters.
However, in this All-Star game, the chance to assist in recovery efforts was particularly appealing to one sponsor.
And to be able to bring all those hurricane-affected areas together one night in the Superdome and reward all those kids. I know that our sponsor, Nike, that's a big thing for them. They wanted to help with the recovery, and we see this as helping the young people of the communities in the recovery from Katrina.
When it came to choosing a head coach for the North Shore squad, the pick was really a no-brainer.
I selected Coach Jerry Leonard from Salmon to be our head coach. You know, he's on our side of the lake on the North Shore. What he and Salmon went through was probably as worse as anyone went through. And I thought if we're looking to really symbolize the post-Katrina war, I thought Coach Leonard was the perfect person for that.
Although the North Shore put up 27 unanswered points en route to a 27-6 victory, the South Shore will have a chance for redemption. Next year, the All-Star Classic is back as the tradition continues in the Louisiana Superdome. Reporting from New Orleans, Michael Kelly, EST 13.
We take you now to Tulane University, where running back Matt Forte, a Slidell High School graduate, is making history as one of only 12 players in the history of NCAA Division I football to rush for more than 2,000 yards in one season. His invitation to the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, which showcases the top talent in college football, will give pro football scouts another chance to see him play. Matt says that education is the main reason for his success in football. He credits his parents for pushing him to be a good student. Matt realized that to play in college, he needed to be first a good student. This realization has now given him the chance to be a first-day draft pick, a rare and truly special opportunity.
He has this burning desire to be the best at whatever he tries to do.
I've been coaching for 40 years, and I've had a lot of players that have been great players that are playing in the NFL, guys that won Heisman trophies and guys that have gone on and make the Hall of Fame.
Can I get an encore? Do you want?
He fits into that mold. He's a great football player. I've said it from the beginning, and I don't use that word very often.
It feels good to have that accomplishment, and you know, I just want to finish up the season of leading rusher this year, and you know, that's a good thing to be a part of and have accomplished.
Forte on the delay, just found the seam straight ahead and up the sidelines. You can't get no prettier than that.
There's no question St. Tammany's had some great players. You know, Brian King is another one, for example. We've got several players on our team. But Matt is very special, and that whole parish should be very proud of him.
Matt's dad was a Tulane graduate, and we played together at Tulane. And his dad was always, a great football player and a hard-working individual. And I think that type of work ethic and the character that he and his parents, Gene and Gilda, had, I think just rubbed off on him.
I had good grades in high school, and my parents always pushed me to make good grades, and I think that carried over into college also.
The thing about Tulane is, we can't get anybody but a good student, and of course St. Tammany Parish has a lot of really good students, and several of our players, as I mentioned, are from there, and they're all doing outstanding not only on the football field but academically as well. And so they're going to get their degrees from Tulane, and that's probably as important, if not more so, than being a pro football player.
Have education to play football, so if you want to play, you got to get the education.
We've had numerous scouts come through. Today we had 5 scouts. Yesterday we had a general manager from the Cleveland Browns. So we're starting to get a lot of interest. People are coming through to see him.
That's been a dream of mine since I was, 6 years old when I first started playing football. And, I've always wanted to go to the NFL, play in the NFL, but to be a first-round pick, that'd be even that much better.
If I was drafted, he'd be a #1 draft choice, and he'd be the best running back on my board.
Students at Mandeville Junior High School recently bid School Resource Officer Anton Schwartz a fond farewell at a surprise retirement celebration held at the school. The entire student body was on hand to honor Officer Schwartz, whose work at the school has touched hundreds of students. Heartfelt tributes by the numerous school organizations, special guests, and even a former DARE student showed the impact Officer Schwartz has made on the lives of so many of the students. The overwhelming applause and cheers by the students and faculty truly show the impact Officer Schwartz made at Mandeville Junior High. According to Marianne Kuchera, principal at Mandeville Junior High, Officer Schwartz made a positive impact on the students throughout his tenure at the school.
Officer Schwartz has been such a positive influence on our students and students from past years. He has given us his time, his effort, his attention, his advice, and we are so grateful to him for everything he has done for Mandeville Junior High.
Police Chief Tom Buell presented both Ms. Kuchera and Officer Schwartz with matching plaques that honored Schwartz, not only as the first school resource officer at the school, but also for his strong commitment and dedication to the students and faculty. Mayor Eddie Price acknowledged Officer Schwartz as a person who has truly made a difference.
I look at the DARE program and I think about our police department and I go, who made a difference? It was Anton Schwartz. Every one of you kids, every one of you has been touched by this man. He's taught you things. He's taught you how to be a better person. He's taught you to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. That's leadership. That's why I'm going to miss you so much, Anton, because you provided that kind of leadership throughout the years that you've been here.
When asked what the secret to his popularity and success with the students all those years at Mandeville Junior High, Officer Schwartz, to no one's surprise, credited the students.
It's been my driving force for the last 17 years when I started teaching DARE, so the kids. That's what keeps me going.
Officer Schwartz acknowledged the students for making his tenure there so successful. They, in turn, acknowledged him. The band played, the cheerleaders cheered, the dance team danced, and the chorus sang. Even the talented drama students honored him with a skit. Reflecting back on his many years at the school, Officer Schwartz, in his mild-mannered and humble way, simply stated,
I did my best. I gave it my best shot, I will tell you that.
Thanks for watching this edition of Chalk Talk. For information about our broadcast schedule, please go to our website at www.stpsb.org. Follow the link to Channel 13. Join us now for the sights and sounds of the students at Covington Elementary School as they experience Polar Express Day with pajamas, art, music, and their very own Polar Express train.
All right, give them to the conductor. There you go.
Christmas Eve. I guess that Santa's busy, 'cause he's never come around. I think of him when Christmas comes to town. The best time of the year, when everyone comes home with all this Christmas cheer. It's hard to be alone, putting up the Christmas tree with friends who come around. It's so much fun when Christmas comes to town. Presents for the children, wrapped in red and green. All the things I've heard about but never really seen. No one will be sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa's on his way. Presents for the children, wrapped in red and green. All the things I've heard about but never really seen. No one will be sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa's on his way. When Santa's sleigh bells ring, I listen all around. The herald angels sing, I never hear a sound. And all the dreams of children, once lost, will all be found. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town.